I'm here with Margaret uh, and talking about bad karma this week. Practice this, and next week it will be good karma. That'll be the class 6 next week. And the bad karma is very fascinating and might make people a little uncomfortable because you don't want to find out about your bad karma. But the good news is once you do and can clear it, and it often can be relatively easy to do, you have a lot more freedom and awareness and guidance going forward. And we're going to review that bad karma reading from your reading guide. I'll show you where it is here in a moment. And with Margaret, I'll do a demonstration, so we'll have another example of it. And I'll also use the angels and ancestors cards too, just to introduce that for a moment, because that's a fascinating deck as well. And since I'm here with Margaret, Margaret, do you have something just in terms of a focus? Because we'd want to focus on something that might be up that could qualify as bad karma. Remembering karma is unfinished business. It's a pattern that keeps repeating, something that seems to sort of be in the background, pulling the strings, mysteriously holding you back, kind of calling for your attention. Some repeated patterns or beliefs that may not be working out, possibly any of those.
Um, I would say if it's possible, I've been having trouble prioritizing myself right now because there's a lot of things in my family dynamic, going on that's pulling my attention to helping others, which I'm very happy to do. But then when I'm there are times when I have time and I'm not prioritizing caring for myself.
So neglecting self-care, would that be a way of saying
Yeah,
it? Okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. And I
And
feel it.
self-care might be, you mean things like exercise or diet or sleep or going in sunlight, those kind of
Um,
things?
Yep, definitely. Just doing the things that I know I should do to care for myself. Like my meditation practice has been slipping, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not going, not saying no when I probably should,
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not, like a very simple thing is I'm promised myself to have one green juice a day. And
Yes.
it's quite a bit of effort for me to make those. And so
Yeah.
I don't want to take the time to do it.
Yeah. So when they're like breaking patterns, that can be very difficult, even if it's, relatively simple. We're in a pattern, and our life gets broken into patterns and habits. The good news, of course, as we know, is once you establish a new pattern after a while, then it becomes more automatic. Yeah, right.
Yep.
Okay, so I want to just explore the reading on how to do this going in the prior to going in the Akashic record, the 1-2 punch using the oracle cards that we are selected for this course are very powerful and wonderful and beautiful, and then going into the Akashic records with that information. So let me screen share here just so people know who are reviewing this on replay. You find the oracle readings here in the resource section. Uh, and then when you open up the guidebook, uh, you would see this reading, which is pretty straightforward, but there's a couple things I want to just emphasize that we discussed in the class last week. So there's an upside down triangle for bad karma, but the central focus, which Margaret would said was in her case prioritizing self-care, or the karma might be neglecting self-care. The what is what the card represents relative to this issue, and that might be a reversal of the card. In other words, uh, if it's showing, let's see, if it's showing the ace of water, say I'm just pulling a card randomly, which has to do water, cup, loves, like connecting with love, maybe there's a lack of love coming somewhere. I'm just pulling that out. Uh, so that's the what card. And the how card is how can you address it? And it may not be as linear as that. Uh, we may need to just feel into it. And these readings come by just doing them and sitting with them and seeing what reveals itself. Um, look at the images in the card and we'll read the message, what the message is in the guidebook. Okay. Any before we draw those cards for you, Margaret, was there anything you wanted to mention or ask before we begin on that?
I don't think so. I think I'm just sort of ready to dive in.
Let's dive in. Okay. Now, I'm going you could use any decks for the focus card. The uh, you could use the mystical shaman, which we often do. I think just since we have this as a fourth optional deck, there's the angels and ancestors card deck, which is a very fascinating and beautiful deck. And it has four categories of cards. It's rather unusual, but it brings up some beautiful insights and different perspectives, which is what's so great about using oracles. Um, and the different four categories, I haven't seen any deck really quite like this that combines different categories rather than just one theme. And the four categories are the sacred ones, and there are 30 cards in the deck. Uh, deck. Oh, yeah. Right. 30 cards in the deck called the sacred ones. And these may be, some of them are things like High Priestess uh, and elements in the tarot. The Earth Mother is a sacred card. Someone called the Great Teacher, the Hermit. So some of them are the major arcana cards, but other ones are some called the Peacekeeper, and they're drawn from different cultures of the Oracle. There are many decks which you get a card that's called the Oracle, by the way, which is interesting. And the second category in this Kyle Gray's Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards is the Guardians and Messengers. So you may get a Guardian and Messenger card. There are 12 of those cards. And those are things like they're called the Direction Guardian, the Earth Guardian, the Fire Guardian. So these guardians are going to have symbols or messages for you. Uh, and then there are symbols. Another set of cards in this are called symbol cards like the arrow or the drum. Uh, and again, you would just look at them relative to the reading. There's an eagle, moon, sun symbols. And then there are four other cards. The fourth category is the seasons. So even though if you drew a season, it's summertime now, but if you got the season winter in your card, you draw the aspects of winter relative to the reading. Okay. And so it's a little different, but I think it's nice to play with this to give us some different options. Uh, and that's part of the beauty of oracles. They just open us up to different perspectives. A different deck can open you up to a whole new world way of seeing things. And I'll use secondarily, go back to the good tarot, the easy to read. I call it the easy tarot because it's very easy to read tarot um, cards for the what and the how card. Okay. So that starts us in this case, since we're starting with the angels and ancestors, I would draw a card for the focus. And I'll put out the other camera here to see the cards I'm going to draw. So here we are. And so this will be a focus, something focused that's neglecting self-care area that we want to find out. And that is, yeah, Shaolin Master, which I've drawn that card before, the Shaolin Master. Um, and the Master, as you can see, is very focused and very precise. Shaolin or Shaolin, Shaolin, not sure.
Shaolin, yeah.
Shaolin. Uh, graceful in movement and action.
Hmm.
Uh, so the idea of Shaolin Master is about learning to adapt to a situation and to tap into energy running through your body and preserve it in order to release it at the right moment. Teaches subtlety, not to be too forceful, too strong, or too weak. Being disciplined, uh, not to impress others. There's a story like a Shaolin master who has a punch, like there's sort of judo and martial arts, like one punch would be equal. He is so focused and so concentrated, it could be the force of 1,000 punches because he's so focused.
Hmm.
Um, so it's very precise. It also mentions that being able to flow like the water, connecting with your purest intentions, and not feeling to rush. So that would suggest an area that you were not like the Shaolin master, that you were rushing, um, um, that you were either too obvious or too strong or too weak, trying to impress other people or just being too weak around them. Because we're looking at that's a lot of the virtues of it is what was lacking when you created karma. And this is somewhat the solution of it too. Maybe you were rushed. Also, rushing can be part of it because you're not in that flow when you're rushing. Okay.
Hmm.
So that was the central focus, the Shaolin Master. Anything coming up for you,
Uh,
Margaret?
I think that it might be the undisciplined and unfocused part.
Yes.
Yeah. That's sort of what's resonating with me is
Hmm.
not being able to uh I guess the word might be even commit to myself in this particular instance,
Hmm.
you know.
Hmm.
But definitely that's what feels like I'm kind of sitting on, not being able to be focused and disciplined.
Right. And so the other two cards from the which are going to be from the um, good tarot is the what card,
Mm.
and I'll pull them out. The what card, and then that means uh, what you need to know about this karmic situation in this case,
Mhm.
and then how, and that means what can you do to shift it? How can you address it? Okay. And again, that may not be exactly the way it reads. That's just a general thing. We need to kind of be specific and see what this reading is going to bring to us. So you could draw from again, I'm at the Good Tarot deck, and you could take other decks. This isn't the only way to do it. We find this one works well, and Good Tarot is easy to understand. You could draw from the whole deck. I like to separate the major and minor arcana a lot in the readings just because I don't know, it's just an intuition, and a lot of this is very intuitive. So I'm picking from the major arcana, if that
Mm.
seems okay, to get the what, like what this is about, what it represents, because that's like kind of a major lesson, the 22 major arcana cards. So it has to do with this lesson, and we'll put this down here, and and then I will draw from the how from the rest of the deck, which is the minor arcana from the good tarot. I'll just face it down. You know, how can I deal with this karma? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Can you see the cards okay?
Yep.
Good. So the what from the major arcana is justice. Wow. Okay. That means some kind of sense of justice. So since you had karma, there was some problem with justice in this case.
Mhm.
Justice just is. I'll read you what the how the good tarot describes the justice card number 11. Uh, and of course, there are other decks where you could um, get information too. And justice is actually, she has the subtitle as karma, the law of cause and effect, a play now on the elements in my life balance. What goes around comes around, I'm now seeing evidence of the law of the condition of my world, the conditions in my world. And it also has to do with truth, balance. Balance is a big word for justice, and it's sometimes called divine justice and karmic resolution, how to have integrity and fairness. So that's what this is about. We're going into the Akashic Records in a moment to get more information. Anything coming up for you, Margaret?
Justice has been one of my ongoing struggles. Uh, um, and yeah, sometimes I've had to deal with my being judgmental in the realm of,
Mm-hmm.
wanting justice, always wanting justice. Just
Mm-hmm.
fairness and justice are something that um, can cause me to be upset when it doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Does
Yeah.
it lend to self-righteousness too, or something else?
I think that there have been times, probably, yes, but not so much later in my life, but definitely earlier in my life.
Okay. We'll just see if that
Yeah.
plays out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are things, the way I see it, is they're sort of like apps running in the background. Some of the good karma we'll talk about next week, the bad karma, things that are just a little, like little distractions, little things that enter your path that are kind of glitches. And they may be, if they're bigger things, they could be pretty big glitches. So that takes us to the last part of the last card for the reading, which is the how. How are you going to address this sense of justice or fairness or balance? Uh, so you can be disciplined, like the Shaolin master can show you. And that's the 8 of Fire, the fire deck being the passion, also an energy deck, the energy suit, I should say. And I'll just read from the guidebook on that card to give us some preliminary information. And you can also look at the uh, pictures. The justice has kind of an angel being fair. And this one, get a closer look at it. Yeah. Okay. There's a bear.
Yeah. What's on the back of the panda? I can't quite see.
That's what I was picking it up for. I'm going to get a magnifying glass to see if I can get.
Yeah. I have the deck. I'm going to look to see if I can quickly find it. But
Maybe the explanation will say there's some kind of globe and images. Uh, Unfortunately, in the
oh,
one, yeah,
it
go
looks like
ahead.
it looks like it's a geisha.
A,
Um,
a geisha
uh,
dancer.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, looks like that. It's definitely a woman with a. I think it is with a fan.
With a fan. Okay.
Yeah.
And it says gathering about the card 8 of Fire, which is how to address this karma, gathering momentum, celebrating swift changes, travel, transformation.
Mhm.
Momentum is building as the power of spirit serves to power this transformation. I am traveling to new territories and I am eager to experience all these lands have to offer. I have arrived at my destination and now the adventure of discovery is energizing me.
Huh.
Momentum, transformation, travel. Those are some of the themes. New things to offer you. Anything
Huh.
coming up for that for you?
Well, I think transformation. Been basically, I believe that I've been going through a transformation, energetic transformation, spiritual transformation for
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of time, and I have a feeling that's what's relevant about this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also mentioned traveling to new destinations. Okay, that's interesting. That might be. Now,
Huh.
the readings, it's interesting about the readings because as I've said, I've done several of these readings. And, at first it's it looks like a very cryptic puzzle. I don't really get it. And that's normal. But as you just sit with it and get impressions, it starts to form a completed puzzle and more things come to mind. And of course, going to the Akashic Records, that give us a lot more information.
Hmm. This is very interesting. This I feel like there is, I've been a bit impatient recently, because I feel like there's,
Impatient about what?
well, because I feel like there are some things shifting, but I'm just not getting where I want to be as fast as I would like to be.
Mhm.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that,
That I think a lot of us can relate to that. One of the best things about well, karma is the things your soul at a deeper level wants to learn. But
mm,
our ego and our personality just wants it to all be the way we want it to be, so it's easy and just flowing and just right, and you know
yeah,
everything kind of quote perfect, and you know without any challenges, without any problems, without any ruffles. But what we need to learn is different from what we want. What we need to have or understand or experience can be very different than what we want to have.
yeah. And it's that idea of accepting what's with what you're in, where you're at, and what you do, what's going on around you, and
Yeah.
seeing in that for you. Yeah,
So the deeper idea of this reading and clearing bad karma, unfinished businesses, the more you can finish that, the more you can actually create a life more that you truly do want. Because if you keep having, for example, you're neglecting your self-care, but you want to have this wonderful whatever, this wonderful lifestyle,
yeah,
but I'm not taking care of my self-care now. What's missing in that picture? And so certain things may need to come to the foreground, which is perhaps what's happening now.
yeah,
Okay. Shall we go to the Akashic Records and see where this leads? And what it
yeah.
does is sort of sets up
Unfortunately,
a framework, a portal, so we have kind of a richer beginning and understanding of what
I'm
this is about.
suddenly having a. Suddenly, you're breaking up quite a bit, Philip. Unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, and it's actually probably yeah, I don't know if it's coming from my end or your end, but anyways, here we go into the Akashic
Okay.
Records. So that means we relax and we breathe, and a lot of times people like to have that visual or that sense of going up and ascending up, perhaps to a mystic mountain. And from there, you can see that opening or portal, which is an opening into the Akashic Records where you can just allow yourself, like perhaps you have done before, just to immediately go there and have a sense of it, just being in that wonderful place where you may have a greeter. It may be Metatron or another greeter, greeting you again into the wonderful Akashic Records vast library that holds the information you need today. And let me know when you're feeling connected, Margaret.
Yeah, I'm connected.
Good. And as you're feeling connected, let me know what you're experiencing.
Well, I have a new greeter, someone I've never seen before. Um, have no idea who they are. They are a being with a very, very large head. Very, very, very large head.
Is yeah,
Um,
is that another extraterrestrial species or who?
yeah, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not.
And
Uh,
what's that? I don't know how we want to refer to what do we want to refer to the greeter as? Just the greeter, or is there a name or
no, it's a weird name. I almost can't say it. Let's just call him Mr. A.
Mr. A, like A is an
Yeah,
apple?
yeah, because
Okay.
the name is like hard
Okay.
roasted this. Weird.
Abbreviation. Mr.
Yeah.
And what is Mr. A communicating anything to you?
I'm supposed to follow him.
Okay. So where is he taking you?
Huh. My my Akashic record rooms really are three rooms, and they change depending on, or I go into different rooms depending on what I need to, or what is here for me.
Yes.
And um he's actually leading me through the door that is in. So I'm going behind the counter and into in and through a door that's in the one of my rooms. I've never done this before. I've never gone through that. Never gone behind the counter in this room before.
Okay.
So I'm going behind the counter and into the door, and then I'm having a little bit of hesitancy to go through that door. I'm
Okay.
a little bit
A-
nervous to do it.
You,
Um,
and
hmm,
any particular reason or just a feeling?
I'm just feeling nervous about it.
Okay.
I can't think of a reason why
Yeah.
not.
So what would you like to do at this point?
Um, well, I want to get over that
Do you
nervousness.
want to do some EFT tapping, just some continuous tapping to relax yourself?
Yeah, yeah,
So
maybe.
continuous tapping is tapping the EFT points at the top of the head and the eyebrow near the eyebrows, the bridge of the nose and the side of the eye and under the eye. We're doing this to relax and release. And then the under the lip and the collarbone tapping gently under the arm by where the elbow is. And then resetting ourselves to be in the perfect place, breathing that in. Good. And then tapping the heart, getting a reset in our heart for this experience to flow in the right way for you. Okay.
So the door frame is all lit up with golden light right now. I'm standing right at the threshold, surrounded by the light of this door frame.
Okay.
And I can see beyond, which is basically, it's just lots of golden light. Like, it almost looks like stars of just a mass of everything's washed in golden light, almost to the point where I can't really make things out.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. Okay.
there are things there. Like I know that there's a chair there,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just standing off to the right through the door and just sort of like going like this, like go in, go.
Mr. A is suggesting that you enter this area.
Yeah. And he's telling me to enter this space, and it's
Is
much
that
brighter on the left side with a
is
chair.
that something you'd like to do now?
Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I just,
Okay, why don't you enter and let us know what the experience is like?
yeah. So I don't even feel like there's a floor. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just sort of standing in the middle of this, not even in the middle. There are no walls that I can
Mm-hmm.
perceive. It's just massive, very vast. And there is a chair. It's a throne
Mm-hmm.
on the left hand side. Yeah,
Okay.
I think I'm going to just go sit in that. I don't know.
Okay. So you're
Hmm.
sitting there, and
Yeah.
what scene or image or information is being conveyed to you about your this this area you want to find out about the self-care and such?
Hmm. I have a feeling that I'm used to being cared for,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why I'm struggling to care for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Is there any images or messages about this thing about being cared for in the past and being shifting into a more independent place now, like that difference?
I just heard the phrase, get off your high horse.
Were you in like, are you, yeah, were you in this
I,
scene a more privileged position where people were
yes,
attending to you?
yes, I was absolutely more privileged. I mean, I'm actually seeing somebody at my foot,
Yeah,
like putting my shoe on for me, you know,
yeah,
and,
mm-hmm, yeah,
and I'm having the sense like I'm hearing it that it's time for me to do things for myself.
yeah.
which I find interesting because I've always considered myself to be an independent person and done a lot
Right.
of things for
So
myself.
is this relating to a past actually lifetime or a past place in history in your soul's
Yeah,
history?
I think it's a well, I want to say that it's probably a past life, but I'm not getting confirmation on that. I'm feeling that it makes sense that it would be something, but I don't feel it is. I feel it's I think it might be more like I'm getting it. Oh, hold on a second here. I don't think it's one life. I think it is a
Composite?
it's a metaphor. I think it's more like a metaphor
Okay.
for um I was gonna the word condition comes into my mind. A condition of lives that I've done maybe or something,
Mhm.
but it doesn't feel like any one life. It definitely feels
Okay.
like
So
it's
it's some metaphor composite of other lives where you have been taken care of or in a more privileged position where people
yeah,
served you
yeah,
maybe more than you serving others.
definitely more than I served others. I was very
Okay.
definitely feeling
Okay.
like I was selfish.
Okay. And
Yeah.
anything related, just while you're there, I'm just curious, is there anything related to your early parts of your current life that relates to this?
I'm not sure.
Okay. So some of these things don't even show up in our current life, which is why this is very interesting to do, but it
Yeah.
creates impacts. Okay. Anything else there is to learn
Mm.
and know about there for
Yeah.
now?
I am actually I am actually I'm having the message
Hmm.
that my life this life is in part to balance out that life or that experience of the privilege, you know.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I need to be I need to be in service in this
Hmm.
life. Um,
Hmm.
and that is why it's hard for me to take care of to do self-care. I did self-care doesn't feel as comfortable to me as or as natural to me as trying to take care of others. Um, hmm,
Yeah, because if you have this sort of
I'm
a
paying attention.
version of something, where you were privileged. I mean, it's almost like I don't like to go there to that kind of place where
Yeah, I
I
don't
was
do that.
pampered and privileged and, didn't really appreciate others and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like that. I don't like that person. I don't
Yeah.
like that.
What you wouldn't like if you saw someone like that, you'd say, whoa,
Yeah,
who do they think they are in their high horse?
and shoot, I was one of them.
Get off your high horse.
Get off my high horse. Yeah,
Okay. Uh,
yeah.
so
Hmm.
right. And anything else, any other messages, anything else to complete this visitation?
I'm actually hearing that I'm doing a good job.
Hmm.
That I am doing what I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
I'm doing a good job at it. Um, and I will find a way. I heard you will find a way. So what does that mean? I will find a way to care for myself. Yeah, to care for myself. I will find a way to care for myself.
Yeah.
So when the time is right, I'm getting the sense of when the time is right, I will. When it's neat, when the chips are down, so to speak, when I need to, I will absolutely do it. But uh, I will find a way. Okay.
Do you have to wait till the chips are down to take care of yourself?
um, I don't have to, but I have to learn not to wait till that point.
Yeah. So the lesson is how to start caring
Yeah,
for yourself now.
yeah. Not to wait for the, not to wait till it's crisis point,
Yeah.
but do it
Right.
before then. You know, not don't wait until you have no
Yeah.
choice, but to
Yeah.
do it
Yeah.
before.
Now that
Yeah,
I can't get out of bed, I better figure out how I
to
can
get out
take
of bed.
care of myself. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly,
While
exactly.
you're still up and running, let's optimize. Okay. So
Yeah,
shall we thank Mr. A? I mean, are we complete, by the way?
yeah, yeah, because now he's showing me the door.
Yeah. There's the door. There's the door, Miss Wade.
Yeah, get out.
Okay.
um, I find this very interesting because I've never been back here before, so I'm curious to see if I come here again, will it be the same or will it be different?
Right.
You know?
Shall
Um,
we thank him or say some kind of appreciation to
yeah,
his help,
yeah,
Mr. A?
yeah. He's nodding at me and still showing me the door. It's
Yeah.
like I need to go.
Yeah. Okay. You
So
need to go. Anything
yeah,
else you need to know about Mr. A?
he'll be here when I need him.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Mm,
Good resource.
yeah. Very interesting. Very different.
Okay. So is it time to exit the Akashic Records?
Yeah, I'm
You
already
already did that.
walking away. I'm walking
You're
away.
you're ahead of me. Okay, you've
Yeah.
already followed. Okay, perfect. So you're
Yeah.
coming down into your body, and I'll
Mhm.
count back up and just appreciating the experience, knowing that you can uh, find out how to care for yourself now, and that you are doing a good job at what you're here to do. One, two, three, using this experience any way you want. Four, letting go of anything you don't want. Five, knowing you can return whenever you wish and opening your eyes refreshed with the resources you need.
Mm. That hmm, Mr. A is so vivid. It's really
Hmm.
amazing. But not the whole body. Just like from the waist up, I can see really well. But
Uh-huh.
you know, the head in particular. I mean, huge head.
Was it like an ET kind of head or a regular face or
And no, it was a sort of regular face, but really small. I mean, like huge head. Like if my face were on that head, the head would be out here,
yeah.
sort of like this big bulbous thing.
So it's a regular head, but it's just very big.
More round, very,
Round,
very
little
round.
rounder, more
Yeah,
global.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. Very interesting. No hair or anything on it. Just like a bluish pale, close to our color, but tinging a little bit
Oh,
more
okay.
blue.
More androgynous, huh?
Yeah, very
Okay.
interesting.
Okay.
And I can almost hear the name, but it's not something I don't think I can say.
Yeah. If it's
That's why,
something from a different system, a different
yeah,
world, the language may be very foreign to us.
it's like I could be, yeah, I just the
Yeah.
sound is the one that just keeps
Ah,
sticking.
well, light language kind of things. Yeah. Okay.
Could be. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's true.
So,
Wow. Mm.
um, yeah, interesting. Shall we, as kind of a follow-up integration and coaching part to the process here, shall we return to the cards and see how they look now?
Yeah.
I
Mm.
almost thought when you went into that special room in the Akashic Records, there are all these lights, and there were these
Yeah.
lights in this Eight of Fire cards. It reminded me of this card.
I forgot about that when I
Yeah,
was in there.
and their little streamers kind of
Yeah.
coming up. Yeah. And so part of it is to learn how to be the Shaolin master who's very disciplined and focused and is able to use his powers at the right time in the right ways and really knows how to use his energy, is able to concentrate his energy. And part of it is the discipline. We were talking about the self-care. So that's was sort of what it seems to be part of the goal of the clearing the karma is.
Mm. I feel connected to that bit about the energy because I have been having trouble with my energy lately. And
Hmm.
so, I mean, that's part of the reason why I feel um, when I do have energy, my list of things to do is long, and I will usually put whatever is something I should do for myself last.
Uh-huh.
And but I think I really need to be. I need to still honor that because I'm helping others because that's what I'm here to
So,
do.
so how could you prioritize what you need to do in a way that would be practical for you?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a matter of asking for guidance in the moment, and then because I do that often, but I don't always listen to it.
Yeah. Well, and part of the going back to the cards, that justice seem to be balancing out some of those past lives with what you're doing now and your station in life, or
Yeah.
you know, in some ways. I mean, just station, just the way people are, sort of where they fall in the society's hierarchy, um, externally. Um, but I'm thinking about the Eight of Fire is the transformational card,
Yeah.
um, of having that fire, the energy. So let's see, where was the one? There was one, wasn't there one on momentum, having positive momentum?
That I think was from the
Eight of Fire.
no, I thought that was from the Shaolin, maybe. Hmm. I don't think the Eight of Fire was. Oh yes,
Oh yeah, that
the
is
Eight
the
of Fire
momentum.
is. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Ada gathering momentum.
Yeah.
Okay. So the idea of how you gain momentum is having something that's going to work for you now, and that will gain momentum. So how could you start having self-care starting, today or tomorrow, that is something that would be workable and doable for you that you could build on?
I think it comes down to that when I ask for, I can ask and I do. What should I do now? And oftentimes I will get an answer like I mentioned earlier, go make yourself a green juice drink.
Yeah.
And then I will say, oh, no, I don't want to do that. It's too much work. So
Yeah.
I need to have the discipline of the Shaolin
Okay.
to go and do what I'm being
So
directed.
you're actually getting the guidance you need, but you're not following it.
I'm not following it because I'm tired or because I just think, oh no, that's
Yeah.
that I'd rather, you know, do
W-
something for somebody else.
Would
Yeah.
that image of the Shaolin master help you when you says, he's saying get a green drink,
Yeah.
take 5 minutes to meditate, whatever it is that you're getting guidance for, be like more like the Shaolin master, he can help you. Would
Yeah.
that help?
That's a good idea to envision that, to have to embody the discipline that he would have to do the thing that you may not want to do, but to do it because it's the well, in this case, the thing I'm being guided to do.
Yeah. And
Mm.
if the more you do it, like everything else, it becomes a momentum. It becomes easier to do. If you do it today in the next guidance, it will be easier to do it tomorrow. If you do it tomorrow,
Yeah,
then it'll be easier to do the next day until it becomes just what you
the
normally
habit,
do.
the
Yeah.
habit. Yeah.
You
I
know,
had that habit. I
I
had
mean,
that habit.
do you have
No,
to force yourself to brush your teeth?
uh, no, no,
You
you
can do
just do
that
it.
pretty easily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do it.
Yeah.
Right.
But I
That.
mean, if it was
Yeah.
something like that at a certain point, it just will become like brushing your teeth, that
Yep.
having a green drink daily will, I have a green drink every day,
Yep.
it's just part of what I do. Like I brush my teeth, I'm not maybe thrilled about brushing my teeth and, I have to stop, but, I do it.
Yeah. I take the time to do that. Exactly.
So it
Yep.
becomes more automatic and a momentum. That's
Yeah.
how it would become a positive momentum.
I think it isn't just the green drink. I think that my sense is it's the discipline to follow through with what I'm guided to do. If it's no matter what it is, if I'm being told to meditate and then I'm like, oh, but I only have a half hour. I don't want to
Mm.
get into a meditation for only a half hour. I just need to do it anyway. That's
Yeah. Do what
it.
you can with what you have. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it better to do a half hour than nothing?
exactly. And that's where the weird part comes in because then I'll say, oh, I'll do it later when I have more time. And then I don't necessarily have more time. And
Yeah,
so then
right.
it didn't get done. So
Exactly.
yeah, because
Right.
because of the demands that are put on upon me for other people or other situations. So yeah, I it's discipline. It's also this accepting that I do know I'm going through some transformational stuff. I need to be patient and I need to
Hmm.
just follow through with what I'm given at the time, no matter what that thing might be. I just need to have the discipline to follow it through.
Exactly. Yeah. Good. Very good. So let me just review what we did, and then if you have any final thoughts that are coming together for you.
Okay.
Uh, and the three card reading, the bad karma reading. Uh, so the central focus, which I actually should have had it at the bottom, come to think of it, uh,
Okay.
just according to the way the picture was, it would have been a little more aligned. Uh, Central focus represents the issue, prioritizing self care in your case, the what, what you need to do, which was justice, which turned out to be the justice from past lives of having privileged lives to this life.
Mm.
Even though you're doing well with this life, you're not taking care of yourself. And the how to do it is that gaining momentum through the 8 of fire, um, and that energy, and that having that energy there for yourself,
And using the discipline from the focus card.
and that will help transform your life.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I'll just put up the cards. I switch them, so this is actually more like the triangle in the reading deck, the
Hmm.
reading guide, yeah, with the masters at the bottom. So there you are, living your life more as a Shaolin master.
I like that.
Graceful in movement and action. So that's being graceful, doing things, it's interesting looking at being graceful. Things that I don't want to do, I do anyways. That kind of
Mm.
adds grace to your life.
Mm. Okay.
It's a different way of looking at it. So you're allowing kind of spirit to guide you into a way that's better than what you quote might want.
Yeah. And then letting my ego make decisions versus trusting the spirit to help me. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like I know better than spirit, right?
Hmm. Yeah, and there's a certain focus, and the master's focusing on something in his palm or that globe. I'm not sure what that is, but the idea of just kind of focusing on your guidance.
Mm.
When
Yeah.
that message comes, have the green drink, meditate. Like there you are, kind of focusing on that message and really eating it, and becoming one with it,
Yeah.
discerning the value of it,
Surrendering to it.
surrendering to it.
Yeah.
So then
Mm.
you're able to flow and be in this more graceful place in your life.
Mm.
So general comments, wrap ups from you, Margaret.
It makes sense. Um, it sort of reinforces what I've known I needed to do, but I've just been making excuses or whatever to just not follow through with things. Um, yeah, I feel like it's bringing me back to it because, going back a while back, I was very much following my guidance in the moment and following through with things. And then I just sort of lost that. I got sidetracked by taking care of other things. And then I lost the momentum of, um, of just trusting and surrendering to what
Hmm.
else, something other than myself. And
Right.
then, so this is just reinforcing that what I need to do in order to move forward is to surrender and have that focus, follow through on the things that I'm guided to do. Yeah.
You are becoming a Shaolin master, Margaret.
Yay.
Margaret.
Shaolin Margaret.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Very
would love
good.
that.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I'd love
Well
to.
done. And thanks for volunteering. That was very revelatory and very practical and
Hmm.
meaningful and profound.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. It was really, I'm really amazed at the experience of going into that through that doorway.
Right.
Um, and I think I'm going to investigate this idea of having been in lifetimes with privilege because I feel like there's something even
Right.
more to unpack as to how it affects me in this life. So very interesting.
Yeah. Gives you a bigger picture of what's going on while you live your life, which can be enriching and give you a lot more insight on how to proceed and value your life and be of service and more on
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah, it was very, very good. Thank you very much, Philip.
Good. It was great being with you. And next week we'll go on to the good karma.
The good karma. That's even better.
Yeah,
I hope.
good karma reading. We'll talk about that and different things related